Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Anthony with Edge on Regen Medicine Show. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. Remember, sharing is caring. And remember that one video can help save a friend's life, not only a friend's life, but also make their life better. And so today I'm really excited. We have Dr. Sophronia Stidwell. She is with Kyle. I believe it's Kyle. Oh, shoot. I got to have to redo that one. How do you say that? Kopaya? Kopaya?
Kopaya Family Wellness.
Kopaya? Wait, no.
What are you trying to say? I couldn't even help you because I didn't know what you were saying.
Look, come on. I'm like, I felt like Kopaya. So hold on. KopayaChiropractic.com is your
KopayaChiropractic.com.
Okay, because cool. I was just making sure. All right, no big deal. It's all good. I'll just clip that. Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Anthony with Edge on Regen Medicine Show. Thank you so much for showing up. Remember, sharing is caring. Make sure you guys send this out to Twitter, Facebook, your news feed. Why? Because one video can change someone's life, not only in your family, but it could be possibly a friend. And today I'm excited to introduce Dr. Sophronia Stidwell with KopayaChiropractic.com in the Hazelhurst, Mississippi area. And today we're going to be talking about knee and neuropathy. Is knee and neuropathy the same, or how can neuropathy be helped, are some of the things we're going to be talking about today. So thank you so much, Dr. Sophronia, for being with us.
Hi, it's a pleasure. It's my pleasure to be here and talk about this subject that is very dear to me and my staff here at the clinic. We see, hundreds and hundreds of patients that come in with chronic pain that they've been suffering for a very, very long time. So we have put together a program that doesn't use any medicine, no surgery, no injections, that is helping our patients. And especially with our knee patients, we're able to see improvement with them when as little as 1 to 2 visits. If I don't see improvement, if I can't get you improvement in 1 to 2 visits, we don't even accept the case. So with our knees and our neuropathy, what we were just finding, so many people are just suffering. Their lives are being lost. They're not able to, enjoy their daily life other than the pain. Because a lot of people, they deal with pain. Oh, I can deal with the pain. I work through it. But it's the, I can't spend time with my family. I can't go travel anymore. And if it's a case where it's gotten really, really bad and there's neuropathy involved where you actually have nerve damage, we have cases where some people are losing bladder functions. That's time, with men, I'm seeing even things like erectile dysfunction. So these things are important because this affects not only the person who's dealing with this, but also their family. So our goal is just to give them their lives back. So we want you to be able to live your life and not just exist in it. Right. And we keep that baseline motto. And with every patient that I see, that's my goal. So I try to find out more than just the pain. What has this cost you? What has this, taken away from your life? And what do you want to gain? If you don't want to gain anything, you don't want to get that back, then we're not the place to come. But if you want to try to get that back, then this is where, we would want you to be.
Would you say knee and neuropathy, would you say that's the same?
Actually, no. Just because you have a knee problem doesn't mean you're going to have neuropathy. Okay. Your knee problem can come from a lot of different things. It can come from a past trauma, injury, chronic degenerative disease process, chronic underlying metabolic disease process. It can be coming from a chronic lower back issue that you've dealt with for years. So the knee may not, it doesn't mean that you're going to have neuropathy, which is where the nerve tissues themselves have begun to damage. And because of that damage, you're experiencing things like numbness, tingling, burning, fire, can't feel my feet, balance is getting off, you're falling more frequently. Now, does sometimes the causes intertwine or go together? And can a neuropathy patient have a knee problem? And can a knee patient have a neuropathy problem? Yes, because if they have a common cause of a lower back issue, then what that means is that your lower back can affect the knee, but it can also cause neuropathy long term. So it really just depends on that underlying cause. And that's what we look for, the underlying cause of the problem. We don't treat the knee pain and just look at the knee, because we know the neurology of the body and how that's connected. You have to look. You cannot ignore where those nerves come from. You cannot ignore the fact that there's 5 nerves in your lower back, 4 of them go down to your lower extremity. And if those nerves are being compressed at that spine, then the nerves going down to those muscles that control the knee, guess what? They're not working properly. So instead of you getting that smooth movement in the knee, you're going to start getting a torque. Okay. And in the beginning, it's just a come and go thing. All right. After a while, it's not come and go anymore. It's every day. It's getting worse. It's worse. Degeneration is getting worse and worse. To a point where you could be bone on bone. Now, we hope to get patients in before they get to that point, but unfortunately, we don't all the time. And some of them we are able to help, and some of them we are not able to help.
So it's normally the pain that people get, like say, whether it's knee pain or neuropathy, would you say that's mostly because of the blood flow? Something's clogged up, so that pain starts to build? So
even with both conditions, there's usually a problem with either decreased blood flow, decreased oxygen flow, or decreased nerve flow. Definitely with neuropathy, one of those 3 things are going to be a problem. Okay. So we have to look and find out either it's 1, 2, or all 3.
Right.
And that's what the exam comes into play. This is where you have to come in to find that out. We have to see if there's a problem with the nerve flow. Is it a problem with the oxygen? Is it a problem with the blood flow? Because if you don't have good blood flow, good nerve flow, good oxygen, what do you think cells are going to do? They're going to do what? They're going to die.
Yeah.
They die. It doesn't matter wherever that's decreased at, those cells are going to die.
So so when the cells die, that's when the pain starts to increase. Is that correct?
It may not start right then. When the cells start to die off, then that means that wherever those cells are, that organ itself, whether it's a muscle, whether it's going to your heart, your lungs, your liver, wherever it is, it's not going to function properly. Depends on how much of it is, depends on what type of symptoms or what mass of symptoms you're going to have. So that person may not experience great amount of pain in the very beginning, because if it's not like they got in an accident and it was severed completely, right? And they lost a lot, they're losing a whole lot of oxygen. You got to understand this is a slow process that's happening. And so they get things like they may notice a little ache, or they may notice a little balance issues that are off. They may notice that they're not as strong. It really all just depends, and it's patient, it's case by case. But yeah, if cells die, then wherever it's going, it's just not going to function properly. That could be pain in somebody, or that can be a balance issue in another person.
So if I were to come in your office, example, I come in, I have knee pain. How would I be treated if I were to come into your office? From what I'm hearing, what you're saying is that if you have knee pain, you just don't go directly to the knee. You do an entire body scan to kind of see how would that work?
Well, first and foremost, the knee pain is what you have. That's your symptom. It's a symptom. Okay. So we don't try to prejudge that symptom. Oh, it's a knee pain, so it must be a knee problem. Okay. You're having knee pain. You come in, you sit down, you'll talk with me, and we'll try to see what's happened. I like to know what have you done, when did it started, how long it's been going on, and we got to talk about, the course of action that's happened up until that point.
Right.
Did you have an accident yesterday? Or
5
has
years
this
ago.
something you woke up all of a sudden and then you notice the pain, or did the pain gradually set on, or did you have a lower back problem? And then all of a sudden my knee pain came. This just kind of gives me an idea of where we need to start looking.
Mhm.
Then once we get through with that and we talk and we figure out what's going on with you and how basically you've been dealing with this knee pain up until this point, we're going to move into an exam. That exam is going to give me a better picture of what's going on, what's causing the knee problem. And we're not just going to look at the knee, we're going to look at the lower back for sure, because I'm going to do some orthopedic tests. I'm going to do some neurological testing. And if it tells me to look even further up the spine, I'm going to look up the spine. We have to check those things. We have to make sure we're not missing anything. Because if we're missing and not getting the whole picture of what's causing that knee pain, then yeah, you may get relief, but you're not going to get to your goals that you want to reach. Getting your life back, getting time back with your family and your kids, traveling more, enjoying your life. Pain is not. We shouldn't. It's not normal. Pain is not normal. Although society thinks it's normal, it's not normal. It's not a normal process. It's your body telling you something is wrong. You need to do something about it. So.
Yeah. So how long have you been treating the knee?
Well, I've been treating the knee for 3 to 4 years now, specifically with this program. Now, we as a chiropractor, we treat knees all the time. So, we treat knees, we adjust them, but when I got more into physical medicine and getting more involved with trying to create that program or put a program together that's going to help the patient get more than just relief. We've been doing this program for about 3 years now, and it's been going very, 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 very well. We use the latest technology. We use laser, which helps increases tissue healing, decrease pain. We use decompression by using a device called it's called the Neon Track, which is a knee decompression machine. We also use Back on Track, which is a back decompression machine, because we take that space off, we open up that space to take the pressure off the disc and the nerves. And if you increase the blood flow, you increase the air flow, you increase the oxygen, then we have increased function, increased mobility, and we have decreased pain. And we usually see that within the first 2 visits with knees.
Wow. It's funny you're bringing up the Back on Track and the Knee on Track. I have tried those many times just for my back because I do a lot of travel. And let me tell you, man, I see, for me at least, and I'm not speaking for anybody else, but I see results right away. And and I have a really bad case of scoliosis. So I'm always having to adjust myself. So scoliosis and then traveling a lot, so I've noticed for myself, it works tremendous.
Yeah, it's really awesome. With scoliosis, a lot of people walk around with scoliosis and they're not aware that they have it. It's usually not until something goes wrong and then they get an x-ray and they're like, oh, okay, this is there. It's usually not a life-threatening situation, but it can cause problems later on in life, especially as degeneration do start to set in, or what the allopathic world would say arthritis, but the true term is degeneration. It's a degenerative joint disease, and disease means progressive. And we have to start looking at that more than just, oh, this is just arthritis. No, it's not. This is something that's going to get worse, and you're going to end up in somebody's surgery table if you don't do anything to slow this process down and stop it. And chiropractic alone does that. That along with just chiropractic, and that's why I explain to my patients, this is great that I'm a chiropractor because I can adjust. I can look at your spine and we can realign this to get more pressure off the nerves and the disc. And what runs with nerves? You got arteries, which carries oxygen. We need to free that up. one of the things that I specialize in is upper cervical chiropractic. And I've had patients with leg pain who have come in and simply by adjusting here, they get up and go, "What did you do to me?" Because their leg pain is gone. That's how everything is connected. And when we realize that as a healthcare professional, period, that everything is connected, until we realize that, we're going to, drugs and surgeries and all these things are going to keep getting pushed on the patients. They're needed at certain times, but they should never be used as just a, hey, here you go, and you just use this for the rest of your life. We got to work together so that for the patient to get better overall. And,
Right.
And not only that, our patients on our programs, they're reporting, because we're treating on a cellular level, they're reporting not having to take their blood pressure method. Their blood pressure is going down. Hemoglobin A1C is going down. We're monitoring thyroids, because the supplements that we're using, they're helping the body just get rid of toxins, period, and helping their body heal better and respond better to stresses of life. Because I'll be lying to tell you you're not going to have any stresses. And I'll be lying to tell you just because you come through here, you will never have another pain. I don't know your situation. And if you have severe degenerative, osteoarthritis in your knee, or you're bone on bone and you waited that long to get to me, I'm not going to tell you, oh, no, you'll never have another pain. I'm going to tell you, no, we're going to help you. We're going to try to get you to this point where you can be moving. We got to focus on your mobility, focus on you getting your life back. And if you can get your life back and maybe have some mild pain every once in a while because you went hiking or you went running, something you couldn't do before, most of my patients tell me I'll take that.
You know what? It's funny. I'm just listening to what you're saying, and I urge everyone I talk with. I'm not a doctor, but I have a passion to see people get better and to live their life to the fullest. Is that, everyone takes their vehicle in between 3,000 to 5,000 miles, and they know that if they don't, that vehicle gas will start to not. It'll cost more money for them because they don't have the oil change. You'll start getting more leaks, and things will start breaking down slowly and periodically if you go over that 3,000 to 5,000 mark. And I tell people that our bodies are a lot like that. And what I try to tell people, that when you're working with people that are in chiropractic and they specialize in that, you don't just want to go once in a while. I tell people, go 2 to 3 times a month if you can, because your investment is more important than a car. But we're putting more of our money and our time in the car, and we don't realize what we're spending in the vehicle. Instead of realizing that this is the most important vehicle there is in this world, is your investment in yourself. And so for me, I have to get adjusted all the time, and I love it. And it's just, hey, every day you might sleep wrong one morning or whatever, you need to get adjusted. I used to have really bad migraines, and whenever I have a really bad migraine, I get a little just adjusted right here in my neck. Man, it goes away in like 2 seconds. So I wish more people would just realize that it's just not a wham bam thank you, man. You come in there,
right?
Good. It's like, no.
It's a way of life. It's a different way of taking care of your health. And if you have someone who has been adjusted one time in their life, has a better health than someone who has never been adjusted. And I try to talk to patients or into the community more so about, don't wait till it's so late. Don't wait till you can't go. Don't wait till you can't go to work or you can't enjoy your family. You come early. It's kind of like depositing money in a bank. You're depositing into yourself. So when you do have stresses like in fall or injury or you get ill, your body can respond a lot better.
Yes.
And that's what our patients tell us, because I'm not going to, I'm not sitting here and say you will never get sick again because you had an adjustment. You'll never have another pain, because that's not true. You're going to run into different things, but your body will be better equipped to handle that. This is what we teach our patients. And so once they reach those goals, they continue to come back just because for things like a headache, or or like, oh, I'm having a headache, I have a sinus, and their mind starts to change on, oh, I don't have to run and get antibiotic all the time. Let me take these vitamins and keep my body at this certain. Let me stay away from certain foods because they're keeping me in inflammation.
Well, that's one of the biggest things right there.
We have
Foods is actually, I would say, it is, I would say 80 to 90% the biggest cause. I mean, I can't throw numbers out there, but I will. But I noticed for myself, I love hot Cheetos. Okay. But I know it's bad for me. I like McDonald's, and I know there's 18 chemicals on the French fries. But what's very interesting is every time I decide to pull the trigger, I get a major migraine and I want to go to sleep. That's not good.
That's a sign. Think about Coke. So many people, oh yeah, I drink a Coke. If you can, whatever you're putting in your body, and you take it out, and you take a break from that, and you have this major side effect of headache, pain, nausea, or something like that, that is a sign that was not good for your body. And I'm not saying I've never drunk a Coke before, but gosh, when I found out that it cleans battery acid,
also toilets, no pun intended.
Like, why would you put that in your body on a daily basis? You know, I think twice before. I'm not gonna say I've never drinking a Coke now, because I don't want to be like, no, I saw Dr. Stidwell drinking a Coke. She says it. Right. I think twice, like before I order a Coke or even pick up a Coke can. I was like, it's got to be the only thing there, and I'm in this mode where I just really, 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 really want to get something, and even then, I stray away from that. And it's not just,
I'm a seven.
A lot of different things, but just putting those, those things are full of sugar, and all other bad stuff is just not good for you. When in doubt, we just try to teach everybody, try to spend most of your days eating more healthy foods than not. Let's not go to McDonald's every day. Let's not drink drinks every day. Don't eat the hot Cheetos every single day.
I got excited the other day. I'm throwing this off a little bit curve here, but I got excited the other day. I was at the store, and I noticed that they had hot Cheetos, and it was a different hot Cheeto bag. I was like, wait a minute, but the same brand. And I'm looking at it, and it's all no artificial colors, organic. I'm thinking like, oh Lord. So then I turn it around, and I'm like, okay, I got to try this. It's probably generic, right? So here's the test. Whenever I have a hot Cheeto or something with MSG, I automatically start getting a ping, like almost about to get a headache. It's like it starts pinging. Oh my goodness, that organic bag of hot Cheetos was so good, it was wrong. Oh, it was gone in 30 seconds. I'm not even joking. Anyways, I had to share that with you, which they are starting to get more organic out there because they know that people are pushing back because of side effects, which is a good thing.
The only thing I say with that is just make sure you always read the labels, everything that has organic stamped on the front of it.
You're right. My wife saw me on that.
Just always watch it, read the label, listen to your body as well. It will tell you. And sometimes I just want to throw this out here, just because something, sometimes good stuff is not good for you. So a lot of people think, oh, well, I don't eat this and I don't eat that. Well, that's not always the problem. Sometimes the problem is that it's the stuff you've been eating all along, or is something, it may be considered a healthy food, right? But that healthy food may not be good for you and making your body respond a little bit differently. And that's what we incorporate a lot of those things, like our metabolic program. We have patients we have to put on that because you're suffering like constipation, you're fatigued all the time, you're resting, but you're not rested. Just, irritable bowel. The gut is a root cause of a lot of diseases, organic failures. You want to check your gut. And when I see that in a patient, especially suffering from neuropathy or chronic knee pain or any chronic pain, period, we have to look at what they're putting into their bodies. And some patients, after, we'll get a few labs and things like that to check, to see, make sure we're not missing anything. But we will put them on a metabolic program that really takes them to the next level with their health and really help them with the healing process.
Oh, wow. So you have a whole formula for like the gut, as in, is that medication or?
No, it's all naturopathic supplements, and it's put together specifically per patient.
Oh, wow.
So it depends on the patient and what they would need exactly.
So you can literally start taking these and it starts to clean out the gut.
It's a 74-day process, but it is really, really awesome. It's really awesome. Actually, I do it. My staff does it. We do it at least once a year, because once you go through this, it's going to train you to have good habits, train you how to, we give a lot of education with the program as they're going through it, so that they can understand why their body's doing what it's doing and what the purpose is for everything that you're taking or everything that we're telling you to stay away from or to even eat. Because one of the main things, if you want to be successful in anything, is you have to be educated behind it. We don't want you to come in here blindly getting treatment and we're doing things and you don't know why. Because at the end of the day, we need you to go out and let your family know. This is what's helping. Because if you don't let them know, like you said, sharing is caring. If you don't share what you have learned and what you know, then you're doing a disservice to your community. And that's our number one goal. We have to communicate that, not as just healthcare professions, but things like what you're doing here. We have to let everybody know. And the world is so huge, and we won't be able to do that if we don't communicate that with one another and share that and let people know there are other things out there that can help you. You can try a different thing. You can try something else. If that's not working, try this. Make a change if you if you really truly want to be better. And I say that too because, like I said, everybody don't qualify for our programs here.
I don't understand. What do you mean everyone doesn't qualify? I mean, if I'm in pain, I gotta qualify?
Yeah. So let's say you're in pain, right? You come in and we go through the exam, and just because you're in pain and I see that something's going on that we can't help you with, or I can't get you improvement on that knee machine, I'm not going to accept you to the program. And then you don't get better. You're going to blame me.
Right.
You're going to be like, hey, you didn't get me better. No. Now, do we have patients that I say, hey, this is not looking good? And they say, look, I have to try something. And they still want to try it. Okay. But I'm honest and I'm upfront and we just transparent. We don't like to, say, oh yeah. What that means is just because you come in here don't mean that you're going to be treated here. It means that you're coming in to find out what's going on with you and if we can help you.
And if not, you're like, I can make a recommendation.
Yeah. If I can help you, I will. And if I can't, I'm going to let you know that. And if that, whatever recommendation that I think is best for you to do your next step, that's what we're going to do.
Because a lot of people will come to you where it's like, it's too late. Like sometimes people will wait till like the last yard just to come in.
I would say about maybe 10%, a little less than 10% of patients that I actually have to turn away.
Right. Okay, awesome. Well, hey, I just want to, is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything that would you say that is right now in your office that you're doing right now that you're excited about? Maybe anything new that you're doing that?
Well, I can say that we are getting to the point, we're probably going to be adding more regenerative medicine programs later, things like stem cell. We're gearing up for that. So everyone could be looking for that to be coming soon to our area.
A couple months, a year? Would soon be like maybe 4 or 5 months next year, or?
Well, I'm not quite sure on the deadline first. There's a lot that we're getting that set up. So hopefully within the next 6 months to a year, we'll have this up and going. We just want to make sure we have everything here. So when our patients come here, there's a one-stop shop. Mm-hmm.
I love
And
it.
they
That's
offer
awesome.
everything to help them.
Man, well, I just, again, it was a pleasure meeting you actually in person, not just over the internet.
All
Uh,
right.
I'm sure I'll see you again. And I just want to say thank you so much, Dr. Sophronia, and everyone. Again, share this. And I just want to say, just because you're in pain, it doesn't mean you have to stay in pain, everyone. We have doctors like Dr. Sophronia and Dr. Barlow and Dr. Wells that we've had on the show, and they're all focused on helping people. And I'm just, honored, and it's a pleasure to just have you on the show. And just to let one more thing, everyone, we're going to be having live testimonials right after this. And these testimonials are unbelievable. You're going to actually see people that have knee problems and then they no longer have knee problems. And I just want to say is that when you see it, you're able to believe it. So that's why I love video over written testimonials. So anyways, thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll have you on the show again. You have a great day.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
Hello everyone, my name is Shanika Larry and I'm a patient of Dr. Stidwell. And I originally came in for chronic knee pain. My knee was hurting so bad I couldn't hardly go shopping anywhere, couldn't stand for a long period of time, couldn't walk too much at all. But when I called, got my appointment and came in, then she started a plan for me. As of today, my knee pain is basically good, and I feel wonderful. Before I came here to see her, I went to the sports medicine, and of course they did an MRI and they said that I needed surgery. They said that there was a lot going on in my knee and I needed surgery, but if I had the surgery and did not work on my weight, then it really wasn't going to do me much good. So that's when I saw her at Walmart. We talked about it. She said, come see me. So I came. She started my treatments with the laser therapy. That works wonderful over a period of time. It just took that pain away. And I have done great. I feel good. I did everything that she asked me to do. There are certain things you may have to take. She's a natural type person, so you may have to buy natural supplements to take to help along with the laser therapy. But if you give it a try, I guarantee you it will work. It will give you some relief, and you can start to live like you desire to again. So come on down or call and see Dr. Stidwell. There's a possibility that she can help you just like she did me. And also, we're starting to do another phase, weight loss. She can do that too. So I'm looking forward to working on losing some weight, and she's going to help me reach a goal. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tammy Caraway, and I am from Weston, Mississippi. I started coming to see Dr. Stidwell right after the first of the year because I have several pains that I have to deal with in my back and my legs and my hips and my neck. I have a very stressful job, so I tend to carry a lot of stress. But I tell you what, Dr. Stidwell, she's like a magic person. She has a magic wand that has made me feel a lot better. I have next to no joint pain in my legs and my hips. My lower back, I haven't taken Advil in I don't know how long. The range of motion in my neck, I can move my neck a lot better than I used to, and I definitely can tell when I'm driving. So I don't have to rely on my mirrors in my car anymore. She's awesome, and I highly recommend her. She's precious, and I love her to death.